So back to Jace Francis Boa here in MLB The Show 16, but today, a huge matchup, Game 1 of the World Series. You have the Cubs versus the Jays, the 98 and 72 Jays versus the 98 and 64 Cubs. The Cubs, easily a better team. They have a lineup filled with 90s. So our team's kind of the underdog going into this series against the Cubs. But today, our starter is going to be Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs, taking on our ace, our man, Madison Bumgarner, in the playoffs. He's playing so well so far. Hopefully, go continue this one into a W for today to go up 1-0 here in the World Series. But nonetheless, the Chicago Cubs will line up on the card. They're a pretty good lineup when you take a look at it on paper, but you take a look at their stats so far in the postseason, it's not really looking too good for the Cubs offense at all, especially considering going against one of the best pitchers in baseball, Madison Bumgarner. 1-0 record, a 2.4 ERA on the season, not too bad for the postseason considering the fact that Mad Bum had a over 3 ERA in the regular season. But today, start for the fly right to left field for the first out. Second out, grounded right to Steve Castro. Castro bombs that one to first and gets the out, the second out of the inning right there. So smooth sailing so far as a grounded right to our man Will Myers. Will Myers just takes his time, guns to the first, gets the out, and ends off the top of the first right there. 1-2-3 for the Jays going into the bottom of the first. So our lineup card for today, we have Byron Buxton leading us off, a 341 average. We have Steve Castro 359. Our team is looking so good with over 300 batting averages almost everywhere on the lineup card. So our lineup looking very good today, especially going against Kyle Hendricks with a 5.23 ERA. It's not really looking too good for the Cubs today, but we start off the grounder right to the third baseman. The third baseman too slow on that one as Byron Buxton speedy with his legs as he gets the first and gets that infield hit right there to start off the day. So runner on first base, your 0 to the man Steve Castro coming on with Steve patient as he waits, and it looks like Buxton's gonna take second base on that steal right there. So a steal for Buxton today, his first steal of the day, and now you have runner in scoring position, your 0 outs in the bottom of the first. So great way to start off the day. A runner on second, but it looks like Donaldson's gonna swing and a miss on that one, and that's gonna be a strikeout. So that means it's 2 outs in this inning right there with our man Will Myers up. Will Myers hits one high in the air, deep to right center field. Go wait patiently to catch that one and ends off the bottom of the first inning right there for the Jays. So we have man in scoring position right there to start off this game, but we go into the top of the second. We go in and walk Anthony Rizzo to start off this inning, and that brings Kyle Schwarber, the man at first with 0 outs. But Kyle, it's been high in the air, deep in left field. That's gonna be caught by our man Jock Peterson in left for the first out. Next batter up gets this one high in the air in right field, but that's gonna be caught by Yoenis Cespedes on the run, the second out of the game right there. So runner on first base or 2 outs with catcher Gary Sanchez at a .030 batting average coming on, but Gary is in high in the air, deep to right field. We patiently as Yoenis Cespedes makes the catch and ends off the top of the second inning right there for the Jays. We have no runners on, 2 outs, but we get a base hit there by Jock Peterson for the second hit of the day today so far for the Jays. Jock Peterson gets on here after that infield single by Buxton last inning, but this time we have Dan the Man Murphy coming on here, hits him high in the air, deep to right center field. It's gonna drop right in the right center field gap for base hit and more. Now you have Jock Peterson heading home. He's turning 30s heading home, and we're gonna get picked off at home plate by a beautiful throw there by the second baseman. That's gonna end off the top of the bottom of the second inning right there for the Jays. So we have 3 hits, they have 0 going in to the top of the third inning here, 2-2 count as Madison Bumgarner makes by a swing and miss on that one for the first strikeout of that inning right there for the Cubs. But next man up swings and misses again. Lorenzo King gets sat down, second strikeout of the inning right there. Back-to-back strikeouts, and let's make this one a grounder right to first, and off the 1-2-3 inning for Mad Bum right there in the third. So perfect inning there by Madison Bumgarner. One of the best pitchers in baseball, presents his skills tremendously in that inning right there. We have a man, Doug Schroeder, leading us off. He's gonna be patient as he waits, and that's gonna be a 3-2 count, and we walk on a 3-2 count. So runner first base here, 0 outs. So you have Byron Buxton 1 for 1 of the day so far coming on, but Byron patient once again, back-to-back walks are by. Looks like Kyle Hendricks, and it's not really looking too good here. You have Donaldson coming on into the runner on second and runner first as he's gonna walk Donaldson and make this one bases loaded, 1 out here in the third. So man, Will Myers, one of the best hitters in postseason baseball right now. Will's gonna take the baseball for a ride, deep to left field. That one's back, and that one's leaving the park. Home run, Will Myers makes one a 4-0 game here in the bottom of the third for the Blue Jays right now. So huge grand slam home run by Will Myers. Not the first time they hit a grand slam with Will Myers in this game. Now makes it on a 4-0 game here against the Cubs in the bottom of the third. So it's good to have grand slam home runs, especially in the World Series Game 1, as that one's a 408-footer straight to left field, his 4th home run of the postseason. And now it drives in 4 runs, 4 RBI on that play by Will Myers, that deep hit in the left field, and that one is obviously gone from the park. So Kyle Hendricks, not looking too good for Kyle Hendricks so far in the day, as that one is going to put a mark on them. Now they're down 4-0 here going in to the top of the 4th, and we're going to start off the strikeout there by Mad Bum to lead off the 4th inning. Now 1-0 here in the sitting, nobody on. It's going to base hit right down the middle, and I believe that might be their first base hit of the day so far for the Cubs in this game. So that breaks up a no-hitter of 3 innings for a no-hitter for Mad Bum in the day. Not too bad, as next man up swings and misses on that one. I believe that Anthony Rizzo going down on a strikeout. Now there's 2 outs, man on first base with Kyle Schwarber coming on here to go and hit for the Cubs. Kyle just gonna ground it right to Will Myers. Will Myers gets the force out at second base, and it's gonna end off the top of the 4th inning right there for the Jays on defense. So Will Myers getting that grand slam plus getting the last out in the 4th. Not too bad of a day so far for our man Will Myers, who could get postseason MVP if he continues this huge offensive game. But anyway, nonetheless, we get a base hit there to start off the bottom of the 4th inning there for the Jays. Now 2 outs in right now, as Byron Buxton looks, a strike 3 is called, and that's gonna end off the bottom of the 3rd inning right there, or 4th inning right there for the Jays on offense. So we have 5 hits, they have 1. Going in the top of the 5th inning here, Mad Bum still cruising, as there's gonna be a base hit right in the left field to start off the top of the 5th right there for Mad Bum. So Mad Bum only 2 hits allowed so far on the day, but next man up swings and misses on that one. That's Gary Sanchez striking out on that slider down away to go and make this one a runner first base here with 1 out. But next man up get grounded right to our man Dan Murphy, gets the force at a second, but it looks like we're gonna throw it way over their head, as I think it's Will Myers getting there on that one. Now a runner first base here, 2 outs, but get a base hit right in right field, and that's gonna make it runners on second and first here with only 2 outs and sitting right there for the Jays. But next man up, look, a walk is gonna be issued against the next hitter, and now it makes that one, I believe, bases loaded with 2 outs. But nonetheless, this one high in the air, deep to right field. That's gonna wait up. That's caught by Yoenis Cespedes. That's gonna end off that tricky, so close of an inning right there in the 5th right there. That was so close to being a lethal situation there right there for Mad Bum, but he defused it just in time. That makes this one so far a 4-0 game here in the bottom of the 5th. But Will Myers, it's on high in the air, deep to left center field. It's gonna drop right in the left center gap for a base hit and more. Now Will Myers trying around second, but he stopped, as that one is gonna be basically a standout double for Will Myers in the 5th inning right there. So you gotta double check that. You got a home run, check that. We got 4 RBIs in the day, check that one. And now it looks like our man Kyle Hendricks is getting into the baseball game, just based on that Will Myers took him out completely by himself. So brings up Tom Wilhelmsen, as Tom can make Yoenis Cespedes swing and miss on that one. That's gonna end off the inning right there for the Jays on offense. So the runner is to be left on second base here in scoring position, but nonetheless, so we're going to top the 6th inning here for the Jays, as gonna let a base hit right here in left field lead off the top of the 6th inning right there for the Cubs on offense. So Mad Bum kind of slowing down here a bit here, but next man up hits it right to Will Myers, a line out right to Will. He makes the catch. A perfect play there by Will Myers once again. So Will Myers, huge player on the today. He's playing so well for us right now. But next man up swings and misses on that curveball. That's another player sitting down. I believe that's like 6 strikeouts so far on the days for Mad Bum. But Chris Bryan slides into second base here with a steal on that play. So Chris now in scoring position here for the Cubs. As next man up's gonna walk by Mad Bum, as another issued walk by Mass Bumgarners, make it, I believe, runner on second base here and first with only 2 outs. Gary Sanchez coming on here to go and hit, but Gary grounds it right to Will Myers. Will Myers gets the force out at second base, and that's gonna end off at 6th inning right there for Mad Bum. So Mad Bum, heading to the top of the 7th here for the Jays, as first man up swings and misses on that slider right in the zone. And that's by sitting down with the first strikeout of the inning right there to start off the 7th. So next man up, swing and miss all of that 14 fastball out of the zone. And that's Lorenzo Cain sitting down to the second strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts by Mad Bum. But guess what? 3 in a row as Jason Hayward checks up his swing, and that's gonna be a strikeout to end off the 7th right there for Mad Bum. So a 1-2-3 for Mad Bum on that one, as we hit to the bottom of the 7th here. A ball hit right to the 3rd baseman here, as it looks to be a little bit too slow on that throw, but nonetheless the umpire, he goes and makes it a strikeout. But we're gonna go and challenge this one, as our coach is gonna go, our manager gonna head on to the mound to see what's up, as it's a pretty close play at first base. But guess what? We actually get rewarded here as we get a man on first base here. But guess what? Buxton goes and takes second base on that steal after being granted that first base right there after that challenge. So runner at second here for 2 outs, as Donaldson swings and misses on that 14 fastball high in the zone. And that's going to end off the 7th right there. So hitting to the top of the 8th inning here for the Jays. Mad Bum still cruising, I guess, as a ground right to Donaldson. Donaldson guns in first, gets the first out of the inning right there for the Jays. As next man up, hit a ball but right to Jamie Arias, picks that one, guns in first, gets the out once again. Back-to-back outs there by Mad Bum in a row. So now 2 outs, nobody on, as next man up hits it right to Mad Bum. Mad Bum cannot make the play, and that's going to end out right in the outfield for a base hit, as I believe Will Myers kind of caught him sleeping right there in that play. So now runner first base here, 2 outs, as get a base hit right here down the middle. And now as a runner on second and first here with 2 outs, as Mad Bum looking pretty shaky, so we take him out here and bring in the best postseason relievers in baseball right now, Fernando Salas. A 1.8 inning or 1.8 ERA so far on the postseason, 3-0. Pretty good track record so far in the postseason for us, as he makes Gonzalo swing and miss on the curveball to go and end off the 8th inning here for the Jays in this game. So we have 7 hits, they have 6. As we're heading to the bottom of the 8th inning here for the Jays, as it looks like Ivan Villarreal is coming on here, 2.45 ERA. And he's doing very well so far in the postseason, though. He's a very good overall reliever. But looks like Will Myers grounds out. Looks like Yoenis Cespedes grounds out. And guess what? Jamie is caught on strike 3, and that's going to end off the bottom of the 8th inning here quick for the Jays right there. So, seeing to the top of the 9th inning for the Jays, as Fernando Salas still out for us. He's playing very well for us right now, but he's going to walk the very first batter he sees in the 9th. Makes one a runner at first base here at 0. But next man up swings and misses on that one as he's chucked up on strike 3. Now brings up Lorenzo Cain here. Runner first, 1 out. Hopefully double play situation right here, but guess what? He heads it right to the shortstop. 6, 4, 3, double play, and that's going to end off the game right there. And the Jays take a 1-0 lead here in the World Series after that double play by the Jays. So a 4-0 shutout game here by the Jays offense, obviously due to Will Myers, one of the best players in postseason baseball right now, with that grand slam to get us this W today. Plus, we do have Matt Bum playing very, very well for us. 7.2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 0 earned runs, a shutout game there by Matt Bum, and 9 Ks on the day though. Very underrated striker pitcher in baseball right now. But guess what? Matt Bum gets the overall player of the game over Will Myers, who had the entire offense today, which is pretty weird to say that. But anyway, still good games by our pitcher and our second baseman right there. But this is the episode off here. Make sure to search for more the Jays franchise one. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one.